But going to college is not the same as getting an education, though the two are often confused.
These tests are pathetic. And I hate teaching, Iris. I hate it. Nobody could teach these children. Nobody. We're going to go over these answers one by one until you get them right.
Make them just regurgitate what they heard. For example, there's this bestseller last couple of years by Alan Bloom. He was saying that a couple of us smart guys will decide what the great thoughts are, and every student will memorize them. Of course, that's the opposite of education.
Anybody here know the difference between the Ionian and the Dorian scale?
Yeah.
Anybody? I just wanted to confirm the fact that I've made absolutely no impact on you in the last 5 months.
Every 4 years, we hear candidates talk about the vital importance of education, about how improving our schools is key to our future and the future of our country.
Whether you know it or not, already like Johann Sebastian Bach. What's this called?
Lover's Concerto.
Who wrote it?
The Toys.
Wrong. That was Minuet in G, and it was written by Johann Sebastian Bach. Can you hear it? Bum, 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 bum. And he wrote it in 1725. They are both prime examples of the Ionian scale. Now listen, and see if you can hear the connective tissue between what I just played and this. And their hands were up in the air, and they were answering questions, and it was so much fun. It was rowdy, you know. It was just great.
Well, we believe that the children should be able to learn in an environment where they can experience the excitement and the joy of discovering and experimenting.
It has come to my attention that you are teaching the students rock and roll.
Is this a problem?
Is this a problem? Yes, I think so. Our only job is to teach. We cannot teach, and the students cannot learn if there is no discipline.
The educational system is supposed to train people to be obedient, conformist, not think too much, do what you're told, stay passive, don't cause any crises of democracy, don't raise any questions.
I do not want to interfere in the curriculum of any teacher. But next week I have a meeting with the school board. And there are people in this community who believe that rock and roll is a message sent from the devil himself.
You know, the 60s are now described in the literature as if it was a time when students were running around burning libraries and, you know, destroying the foundations of civilization and so on. What was actually going on is they were asking questions.
Now, when that issue comes up, what can I tell them?
Mrs. Jacobs, you tell them that I am teaching music, and that I will use anything from Beethoven to Billie Holiday to rock and roll if I think it'll help me teach a student.
A doubling of our investment in charter schools so that students and parents have choices within the public school system, because I believe in public schools.
I mean, these are schools. When I say deeply segregated, I don't just mean, you know, kind of segregated. These are schools straight across America in which you simply never see white children.
In fact, our schools today are more segregated than they were 40 years ago.
Making a promise to educate every child with an excellent teacher is right. Closing the achievement gap that exists in too many cities and rural areas is right. More accountability is right. Higher standards are right. But I'll tell you what's wrong with No Child Left Behind. Forcing our teachers, our principals, and our schools to accomplish all of this without the resources they need is wrong.
Dr. King didn't say, I have a dream that someday we will have segregated and unequal schools with non-stop high-stakes testing.
And I'm doing my job the best I can.
A teacher has two jobs. Fill young minds with knowledge, yes, But more important, give those minds a compass so that that knowledge doesn't go to waste. Now, I don't know what you're doing with the knowledge, Mr. Holland, but as a compass, you're stuck.
In the meantime, until we get those constraints changed and those policies changed, we should ever say to ourselves, well, that's the way it is. What can I do about it? Because my school runs this way. My old mentor, Lillian Weber, said there is always a little crack somewhere that you can widen. And as we wait to widen the cracks in the larger society, we have to keep widening the cracks where we are. Thank you.